Hey, what's going on, fellow YouTubers, fish keepers, fellow fish keepers? This is Cichlid guy 915. Just wanted to shoot a video here real quick and do my first product review. I'll be reviewing the Marina holding and breeding box. I use it for a little something different than just breeding. Luckily, I haven't gotten any babies just yet. But I wanted to be ready. That's why I got it for. But the initial reason why I got it for is because, as we all know, cichlids like to fight quite often. So I use it as my injury timeout kind of box. So here it goes. Okay, well, as you guys can tell, I got a guy in there who decided to get in a fight. I had another guy in there, and he healed up. It's actually the guy is right there. He's right there. He was the one that was in here 2-3 days ago because he got in a fight. Took him out. He healed up nicely. Now he's getting along perfectly fine. And then this guy out of nowhere, the day that I'm putting the other one back in, I look at him and he got his fins nipped up and he's over there hiding and everything. He's one of the big guys in there. So I put him in there. And then I got a couple of newcomers to the family right here. These two that I got at that local fish store I made a video about a couple of days ago, or yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. I just left them. I'm gonna leave them in there for maybe another day or two before I release them into the big tank over here. The one main concern or issue that a lot of people had with these Marina holding and breeding boxes were that they were very, very noisy. And when I first installed it, it was really noisy. I was like, my wife and I were like, what the heck is all that noise? It sounded like whenever you let your water level go down a little bit too much and your filter starts making that excessive water noise. And I started thinking, I was like, man, what the heck? I guess it is kind of noisy. So I started looking on YouTube, of course, the best community, fish keeping community, YouTube videos. And I searched it up and I was like, hey, put on their noisy Marina holding and breeding boxes. And there was a lot of different videos where they had a whole bunch of people doing different kind of ways to kind of make it a little bit quieter. So I decided to think about it. A lot of the stuff that I was finding, they would add like a big old sponge kind of thing on the end part right here that kind of circulates the water into the little box, and it just looked bulky and it just didn't look right. I was like, I don't want to make an eyesore either. So as I went to do one of my usual Petco PetSmart just drive-bys and see what's going on, I came across one of these little things right here. It's called a let's see if I could get the camera to focus. It's called it's filter foam. So I decided to it was like $2 at PetSmart, and I was like, let me give it a try. I had a few ideas in my mind, and this is one of the ones that, or looking at that, I said, oh, okay, I think I can do something with that. So what I did was I cut a thin piece and I put it on this end right here, where it would kind of, slow down a little bit of the water that was coming in, and the bubbles would, not all the bubbles that it was sucking up would go into the box and be making a ton of noise. And that kind of quieted down, it didn't completely make it quiet, but it lowered the decibels on it. And then I was like, well, I added one piece to that side, why not add a little piece to this intake, or the outtake over here. So I put a little piece on there. As you can tell, the water still comes out good, but the noise is like cut almost completely off. It's not as loud. It's not completely silent. Honestly, I think unless they come up with an actual tube specifically made to make it a little bit quieter, it's not going to be 100% quiet. The other thing that I was thinking about is maybe attaching a little piece of air hose into the tube itself and make it come out into the little box, and maybe that would quiet it down a little bit more. But I'll try that on later, and maybe I'll shoot a video and see if that worked better. But this seems to be working pretty good for me. It's not 100% quiet, but it's a heck of a lot quieter than it was when fresh out the box. It's still maintaining good circulation. The fish are happy in there. I just put some salt in there, some aquarium salt, to help them out. But yeah, so that's my first review on a product. I want to say, you know, it was a good buy. It works for what I need it to do, which, you know, little timeout box or injury timeout box, and it does its job. But again, you know, the noise is the only negative, just like all the other YouTube videos I found, where the one negative on this product here was the noise on it. And it was the noise that it made. It was crazy. But even when when I didn't add all that, it was still okay. But yeah, so that's really all I got. Fish are doing good. Tomorrow I'll be releasing little guys right there into the wild, or not into the wild, but into the big tank, or into the big end over here. See how they get along. I've been looking for those a lot, all over the place. I finally found them. I would find them extremely tiny. This blue Johanny right here, when I first brought him into the tank, he was that size, the size of the new bino. I can't remember the name of it. It just slipped my mind. And he's getting pretty big. I got him about 2 months ago, the same size, and he's growing pretty good, getting along well. So, well, yeah, guys, that's my first product review. Hope everybody likes it. If I say, do I recommend the box or don't recommend it, I do. I'm sure it works well for breeding purposes. All the YouTube videos I've seen on it for breeding purposes, it functions extremely well. For what I'm using it works good, really good. I might add a little bit more sponge into the rest of that tube. Maybe that'll make it a little bit more quieter. But other than that, I give it a thumbs up. So, alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about my idea. Maybe you came up with a different thing if you have the same product. Let me know what you think. All right, Cichlid Guy 915 signing out. Deuces.